Hi guys, welcome back to YouBored. Today we're going to do a bit of a tight 5. So 5 really quick tips to keep in mind when you're planning. I have done another show that goes into things in a lot more detail, but today we're going to keep things quick, sharp and shiny for those who want to watch really quick videos. Alright, straight into it. Point number 1, budget. Bit of a no-brainer, but really consider your budget. How much do you have to spend? It's really going to be a depending factor on who you end up going with. Are you going to go with a budget side like IKEA or another company? In Australia we have Bunnings, or there are a lot of other companies around the place in America, Europe and that sort of thing who are on the budget side? Or are you going to go for a more bespoke one if you've got the budget? Either a company or a good cabinet maker. And don't rule out cabinet makers. Some of them have lowered their price and they're really good. They use good material. Just make sure you do your research because some of them aren't so good either. But if you get a good one, hang on to them. Really good. All right, so budget, it's a no-brainer, but it's definitely number 1. Number 2, think about your time frame. When do you want it in? So in the current environment around the world, things are a little bit tight in terms of time. Because travel is a little bit of an issue, people are spending a bit more money on their home improvements, kitchens, outdoor areas, or extensions going up. And kitchens in particular is a big one, and everyone is just busy, booked up. So think in advance. If you want your kitchen in by Christmas, for example, I would aim to get the plan done no later than very early October. So probably I'd give a 3-month window whenever you're at. Get the plan done and then start looking at booking services straight away and see how you go. Of course, you want a little bit more lead time if you're putting in stonework tops or anything custom that is going to have to be created in a factory, or of course needs to be sent from overseas. Time frame, very important. If it's a really small kitchen, you might get it in really quick, but if it's a bigger one, yeah, you might have to wait for a while because installers, they need a bigger time block to be able to install everything. Time frame, think about it. Point number 3, ripping through them. Why? Not why point number 3, but why? Why are you getting a new kitchen? I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just saying that there are a couple of reasons why. A lot of people get new kitchens when they're looking to sell their place. They're looking to add value, and that's a great thing. Kitchens, in my opinion, are the most important rooms in the house. And it is a very good way to add value without necessarily spending that much in comparison. So that's a great reason. But also remember that if you are doing it for selling, don't plan for yourself. Plan for the buyer. I know you don't know who the buyer is, so you need to be a bit more generic. So probably stay away from, bright, freaky deaky colors, or something super dark, or two-tone even. I know a lot of designers say two-tone's great. It is great if it's for you, but if you're doing it to sell, keep it in a way that will not be offensive to anyone walking in. Someone who walks into a kitchen, they're expecting to see a white kitchen. I know it's a little bit boring, but people aren't going to be put off if they see a white kitchen. So just give that a little bit of thought. On the flip side, if you're not selling, if you're planning this kitchen for you, say if you've got a rundown one and you just want it fixed up, or if you're trying to get a really nice kitchen for your forever home, or one that you're going to be in for long term, do what you want. Don't think of anybody else, and don't let any planners out there tell you that you can't do one thing or you shouldn't do one thing. If it's going to make you happy, do whatever floats your boat. I mean, if you want a pink worktop and you want black with yellow stripes on the backsplash, you want a oven that barely fits into the kitchen because it's huge, do those things. It's your prerogative, it's your kitchen, get what you want. Okay, so that was number 3. Number 4, function. Function, what is your kitchen going to be used for? Well, it's going to be used for cooking. Obviously it's going to be used for cooking. But kitchens do have other functions. There are social kitchens. For example, I'm right now sitting in a social kitchen. I am sitting in an island with a sitting area at the back. There's the lounge room right behind the camera. It is a social kitchen. It also has a thoroughfare that goes straight through to our backyard, where we also have the pergola and entertaining area. So all those things I had to think about when I was designing this particular kitchen. When I design other people's kitchens, They might be just a kitchen. They might need to maximize storage, for example. They might need to ensure that they have certain things in certain areas. They might need to have a double sink because they can't get in a dishwasher. Work out the function of the kitchen. Prep space. Prep space is a big one as well. You might need a lot of prep space for whatever you do. I don't know why. You might also need 2 ovens because you do a lot of baking or something like that. That's all function. Another function is also aesthetic. Are you getting it primarily for function, or do you need it to be pretty? Do you need it to look nice? For example, glass wall cabinets. They look very nice, but they're not super functional because you can see everything that's in the cabinets. So glass is great, but think about what you're going to be storing in them as well. Function, that was point 4. Point 5, last one. Non-negotiables. Things that you cannot live without. Can you live without an island? Obviously, some can't fit in some kitchens. For me, when I was planning this kitchen, I could not live without my fridge not being in the kitchen. It's a long story, but basically we had our fridge not in the kitchen for a while because it didn't fit. It's in the kitchen now, it's fantastic. Makes me happy. Dishwasher, for example, that was another thing. We wanted a dishwasher. Some people want a big 900 millimeter oven or bigger. Some people need lots of storage, as I was talking about before. Some people need a material. They might like wood. They might really want wood, or they might really want stone, or things like that. So just work out what your non-negotiables are and make sure you can get them into your kitchen, because if you end up designing the kitchen and forgetting about those things, you're probably going to regret it down the track. And that's not what we want. We want to make sure that the kitchen that you have is the one that you're happy with and it serves its purpose. All right, quick, easy, 5 points. That was it. Think about those things when you're planning your kitchen. Pre-design is best, because after you've designed it, you don't really want to go back and rehash the whole thing because of these points. All right? Nice one. YouBored, kitchen design. See you next time.